Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of A Thinking Pack. So today we are going to be doing some stuff. We're going to be continuing along the project that we have been working on for a very long time. Actually, let's first check on the coke oven. The coke oven's still going. I think I was supposed to run this while off camera, but I think I forgot to do that. So that's a thing. So basically, the project that we have been working on recently is we have been trying to, let's see, where did we put those machines? So just very recently, we went and took our setup that was on the roof over here and brought it all down inside. So we have our two Minechem machines down here, the chemical synthesis machine and the chemical decomposer. And then we have all of our chests down there and stuff like that. So this is our first chest room. We've started moving into the new base, which the base goes all the way down to bedrock, all the way down that way, and even has multiple sections like that. There's another section, and then there's another section over there, actually another two sections, plus another one that's being made, unless the two were part of the one that was being made. Last time we also did this piston door with buttons and stuff, and that's basically it. So what we're going to be doing today is continuing. Where did that machine go? I think it's over here. So we're going to be continuing working on our Minechem machines, getting the full set of machines up and running. So if we go over here, you can see that this is a blueprint projector. And if you go ahead and take this out of the chest, it's a fission chamber blueprint. You take that and stick it into the projector, and it starts projecting where to put your blocks when you're making it. So you can see it says we need 98 tungsten plating. So to make tungsten plating, and the reason we're making these Minechem machines, I'll explain in a second. I have explained it before, but if you're new to the series, you might be wondering. So to make tungsten plating, we need beryllium, tungsten, and iron, and we're going to see how we're doing for that in a second. So basically, the reason we're making these Minechem machines, and I'm going to take this down because we're going to move it to somewhere else. The reason we're making these Minechem machines is because Minechem is a mod which adds ways you can do a lot of things. Like, you can convert atoms into other atoms. Let's go ahead and check out Minechem over here. So, you got all kinds of different atoms all over the place and stuff like that. And molecules, and you can convert atoms to molecules, molecules to atoms. You can convert blocks into atoms and molecules. So, like, for example, if we took cobblestone, check the usages on it, you can stick it in a chemical decomposer, and you can get titanium, oxygen, chlorine, sodium, silicon, iron, magnesium, all kinds of crazy things just out of cobblestone, and you can do that out of pretty much anything. That's, let's try usages on wood. Aha, you can get cellulose out of wood. And from cellulose, you can make a lot of different things. You can make pretty much any different kind of wood, so you could convert one kind of wood into another. You can convert all kinds of different things, including if you take something like, let's say, coal. You take the coal, and that would be the recipes for coal. Let's take the usages on coal. There we go. And you can make carbon out of coal. And you take that carbon, check the usages on that, which, by the way, is just you press the U key for usages. And you can take carbon and turn it into... Nope, that's not it. Yeah, nope, that's not it either. Which one? It's something around here. It's one of these things. There's a lot of them here. Let's try... Okay, so I know the recipe has just carbon in it. So let's go ahead and look. Oh, was that it? Yes, you can make carbon nanotubes out of carbon, which you get from coal. You can turn the carbon nanotubes into diamond blocks. So yes, you can make diamond blocks out of coal, if you have enough coal, and if you have the machines. So that requires just these two machines down here. That requires the synthesizer, the decomposer, like that. But, however, if you get the final machines, all of the machines, like including where is it? The tungsten plating that you use to make a Fission Reactor, and you can make a Fusion Reactor. If you get those, then you can convert all kinds of different atoms into other types of atoms, so you can turn random things into other random things. There are limits on it and stuff like that, but we're going to get there. And that's what we're going to be working on this episode. So, without further delays and stuff, here we go! So the first thing we want to do before we get going, really, is remove that plus from in front of my face. But anyways, the first thing we want to do is... So last time, actually for a while, I've been having trouble with frame rate jumping. So the frame rate keeps jumping down randomly. And so I've been like, okay, what do I do? How do I fix the frame rate? So you can see up in the top right, the top left of the screen, it says Minecraft 1.7.10, and then it says 60 FPS. So that, if you're unfamiliar, that's the frame rate. That means it's doing, the game is rendering 60 frames per second, so it looks really smooth and stuff. But as you can, don't fall down. As you can see, it jumps down. It jumps down to 50, jumps down to 49. It does random jumping. It seems to be when I move around a lot, but stuff like that. So I was asking you guys last episode, like, how can I fix the jumping frame rate? And one of you guys, it was Lupus590 again. He suggested an idea that was actually, I've heard of that before, but I completely forgot. Basically, there's such a thing called the garbage collector. So this is one of his ideas. So for Java, it has a garbage collector for the memory. So basically, the game is allowed to use a certain amount of memory. It's allowed to use a certain amount of memory, and what it does is it goes and it will, like, it has certain things that it needs in the memory. Then it has certain things that it just sort of likes, and then it has, like, things that it just sort of hangs on to because it's like, okay, I don't really need to get rid of that. What's the point in doing that? And so then it can, like, the game needs a certain amount of memory. You allocate, as you can see in the top right of the screen, it says used memory 25% right now. It says 500-ish megabytes, 500 megabytes of 2,000 megabytes. So that's 2 gigabytes. So I've allowed the game to use 2 gigabytes of memory. It's only actually using 500 megabytes. What happens then, as well as I understand it, and I think this is basically what Lupus590 was saying, is that what happens is the Java garbage collector will basically, it won't bother clearing out the extra memory. So as you can see, like, it only needs a certain amount right now, but eventually it fills up on memory, and then it goes to clear out everything that it doesn't need anymore. And hopefully this is making some sense, but basically it clears out everything it doesn't need anymore, and when it does that, it pauses the game briefly, and so hopefully I'm understanding this right. So pauses the game briefly, and empties the stuff out of the memory, and then keeps going. And when it does that, that looks like a frame rate drop to us. So hopefully I'm understanding that right. So basically what happens is, ideally, you want the memory that the game is allowed to be not so much that it starts doing that. And so basically, if it has too much memory to clear all at once, then it pauses the game for longer, so it looks like a frame rate drop. If it doesn't have too much to clear, because it's been doing it all the way along, then it doesn't jump too much in the frame rate. So basically, that's it. And actually, while I'm talking, I want to go check on the quarry over here. But so basically, that's what's that could be what's happening. So if we cut down okay, so the quarry's still not running, which makes sense because the engines were actually off. If we cut down the memory space that it has, basically because it has tons of space, as you can see, it's using about 500 megabytes right now, which is about half a gigabyte, and it's allowed 2 gigabytes, so it can fill up a lot. It can fill the memory up a lot, and then go and clear out the memory, and then it takes a lot longer to do that because it has a lot more to clear out because it just sort of left the stuff it doesn't need in place. So actually, let's go light this cave up. So that's basically could be what's happening. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that right now. But also, when I'm going to fix that... Ooh, this goes down. I think I've been here before. So when I go to... Yeah, I've definitely been here before. Yeah, this... I don't know if I showed this in a previous episode, but this is actually... This used to be a lava lake, and then I drained the lava lake to fill up our lava tank, which is now out of lava, so that's a thing. Yeah, so the lava lake used to be right there. So yeah, so I'm going to go and change the Java settings, and actually just before I do that, I need to change my controls, because my keyboard has a bug where I can't press forward and right, which is P and apostrophe, and then press space at the same time. So where's the jump button? Jump is down... Wait, where... I thought it would be in the gameplay section, but I don't see it. Okay, so let's go down farther. And, oh, there we go, jump. Let's change it to that button. There we go. So, I'm going to go ahead and change the Java settings. But when I go to do that, there's something... So I don't know if any of you guys who watch this series also watch my live streams. Ooh, we got some gold here. And I don't have a pickaxe that can pick it up. Okay. So I don't know if any of you guys, I don't know if any of you guys watch my live streams, but basically I live stream a lot sometimes. Well, not so often, but I try to live stream as often as I can. Basically, I've just developed. Ooh, there's some lava. Do we have any buckets? No, we don't. It's only one piece of lava, so it's not too big of a advantage. Basically, I've worked on improving the live stream a little bit. So I have a new scene set up. So basically, for if ever during the live stream I need to go and pause for whatever reason, but not actually stop the stream, like just sort of stop for a second to go and do something. What I've done, and this is the first time that I ever show this, I've never actually used this in a live stream yet. So you guys are getting like a sneak preview kind of thing, but I've made this new scene sort of custom made to look like something fancy, or maybe not fancy, but something interesting for if ever I need to pause the live stream for a second, but not actually stop streaming, just to do something and then come back or whatever. So yeah, so this is a sneak preview of it, and I'm planning to use it like if needed. I'm planning to use it in the next live stream, which would be next the time this video goes out. So it's the 18th of April, I think, is the next one. So that's probably the Wednesday right after when this video goes out. But anyways, so yeah. So let me know what you guys think of the scene and what you think of it and stuff like that and that kind of stuff. So anyways, I'm going to change to that scene, go and restart the game with the new Java options with a lot less memory allowed, and try that. So anyways, here it is. Let's just go like that, switch over to the scene over here. All right, so here we go. All right, we're back up and running. So I'm probably going to cut that down. That scene was up for a lot longer than it needed to be. But anyways, you got to see what the scene looked like. So yeah, let me know what you think about it and stuff like that and all that. But anyways, I noticed something very interesting. What he was talking about the garbage collector having to go through a lot, clean out a lot all at once and stuff like that. If you look in the top right again, used memory. So it was running around 500 megabytes, roughly around 500 megabytes, between 400 and like 550 or 600 kind of range was how full the memory was. So I cut it down to 600 megabytes. It says 587 there. I'm not really sure why, but I allowed it 600 megabytes. And you can see right there, used memory, it's not using as much memory because I guess because it cleared out some of the garbage it doesn't need, because it's just like, oh, okay. So it cuts it down to like 350. That's really interesting. I don't know. Wait a minute. Here's the other question. Which button am I looking for? Is it just because, this button, there we go. Is it just because I'm down in a cave, I don't have all the chunks loaded and stuff? Let's go up and load some chunks and see what's happening. Let's go load some chunks. And then let's get onto the minecam machines. So let's see, over here. And then up this way. Excuse me. And then up this way. So let's get outside to where we can load the chunks, because it's possible. It's possible that it's using less memory because it's loading less area. But if it is actually true that it cut the memory down because, like, that much because of the garbage, then that's, like, crazy. Because that's, like, half the memory that it was using before. And, of course, if you give it too little memory, well, not of course, but if you give it too little memory, then it can crash, apparently. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. But in any case, let's go out somewhere, like over here, and stand on the edge and load some chunks. I'm still getting the dropping frame rate, so maybe there's something else at play as well. But we've got here some chunks loaded. We got some stuff happening. And we're still around 400. So it's gone up a little bit, but that's good. But I can already see it looks like it's cutting the memory down a lot less than it was before. So what it was doing before, it was going between like roughly 400 and 600, so that's about 200 megabytes of range. This seems to be going between like 300 and 400 kind of thing. So that's 100 megabytes of range. You know what? I'm going to try something crazy. I'm going to go ahead and cut it down to, which button? There we go. I'm going to go ahead and cut it down to 500 and see what that does. So, here we go. Be right back. Alright, here we are. So let's see how it's going. We've got, so I've cut it down to 500 megabytes, and it's running around between 3 and 400. So maybe it's 3 and 400 that it needs. Maybe that's the situation. So in any case, that would be very good because my computer only has 8 gigabytes of memory in total. So it's going to be very good to have it using less. Anyways, if some of you guys are wondering what I did, like how you go ahead and change the memory usage, then let me see. Let's just go and sleep here. If you're wondering how to do that, basically you go into your Minecraft launcher and you go to launch options if you're using the new launcher, and then when you're in there, then you go and find your Minecraft game that you're playing. You click on it, and then you got some options, and you go down to JVM options, I think, stands for Java something or other. But anyways, you go down to that and change where it says, what is it? Let me just check that. Change where it says XMS, like might say 2G or 1G or 100M or something like that, capitals G and M. So basically what you do is you change that. That's saying the maximum amount of memory that it's allowed to use. And so just go ahead and change that to whatever number you think might work, and you might break your game, so just be aware. Maybe make a backup first if you're concerned. But anyways, let's go ahead and get on to some action here. So basically what we're doing today is, I said that already, we are going to make those machines and stuff. So let's go ahead and do that. And check on our Coke machine. I just got some lag when opening the machine, so I don't know if it's because I cut the memory too tight, maybe? That's always possible. Anyways, let's go ahead and find out. So, get this machine going. So we need to make this, what we're making right now is the Fission Reactor, sorry, and it's going to be a challenge getting out of this, this area here. So what we're making right now is the Fission Reactor. We need a place to put it. I say we need to put it close to our power pipe, but it also needs to be in a very big room because it's a very big machine. And then so that's the fission reactor, and then the fusion reactor is even bigger. So I say let's go and dig into this room over here and find how do I get in there without breaking the pipe? Let's go over like this. Get into this room over here, because this one is very, very big. It's very, very big. So let's go ahead and get in here. Get through the wall. And there we go. We landed one floor down. That's okay, as long as we can get the pipe in here. That's the main thing. Let's set up our machines in here. So let's see. Blueprint projector. We're going to go ahead and set up this blueprint projector. Let's try over here. The nice thing about it is that it goes and projects the back of the thing first, so we can tell how far away it's going to land. So let's stick the pickaxe over there. And so let's try backing it up a bit, like to there. And stick it in there, and there we go. So that's where the back of the thing is going to go. Let's make it one farther back. So let's set this over to this block here and set up the blueprint right here. There we go. So that is where... Oh, here's a question. How big is the fusion reactor going to be? I always get those two confused. I think actually the fusion reactor is going to take up the whole level. So, or at least close to it. So we're going to need to set it up down here. So, and actually that would look quite impressive, because you see over here, that is the entrance from our main entranceway. So you come in the main entranceway, and then you see this big, massive fusion reactor down there. I think that might look very, very good. So anyways, let's go ahead and get this fission reactor set up. So tungsten plating. We need tungsten plating. We need beryllium, tungsten, and iron. We have, I think, plenty of those things now. If I remember correctly, let's go find out for sure. But then I think we're good to go. So let's see, down here, we've got beryllium, tungsten, somewhere. Beryllium, tungsten, anybody? Anybody? Let's search for them. So if you double click on this box down here, then you get it into yellow mode, where it searches in the inventories as well. Beryllium. 10 beryllium. Hopefully that'll be enough. Tungsten. Let's check out the tungsten. Tungsten. Oh, we've got 5 tungsten. Is that going to be enough? That is the question. Let's go find out. You know, a lot of people think that to be or not to be is the question. But I say, do we have enough tungsten is the question. So let's go ahead and check on the Minecam again. And let's see. Beryllium, tungsten, iron. Plenty of iron. We have 9 iron. We are going to need a lot more iron. We're going to need let's search for iron. Then we can do it a lot faster. Iron. Okay, so 9 iron. No iron in there, no iron in there. Oh, there's iron ore in there. I think we're going to need to smelt some, not smelt, but to chemical thing. That could be a problem. Let's go ahead and cover that back up. Actually, I'm out of dirt. No, I'm not out of dirt. We've got dirt right there. That could be quite a problem. We can't access that chest. Let's deal with that later. Iron, 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 no iron, no iron, no iron, no iron, no iron, and oop, there's some iron in there. And there's some iron in there. And there's no iron over there. Okay, so I think we're pretty much good to go. So let's go ahead and set the iron into the chemical decomposer. Iron. Oh, actually, we probably have some already. Yes, we got plenty of iron already. Nice. And netherrack is still being smelted. Speaking of which, we need to get it running. We need a lot more power in this machine to get things happening. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We were making... Oops. Okay, slight malfunction in our system. So, we, I forgot the fact that the turtle takes things and takes them out of the engine and sends them down the pipe to our system down there. So, it would wind up... Where would it wind up? That's the question. But anyways, before we leave, we've got a second engine around here someplace. Oh, it's over here. So let's go ahead and get the second engine running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's go and find out what happened to it. So let's see. The turtle took it out of the engine, sends it down there. It goes all the way down and not fall down after it. We tried that last episode and it didn't end well. Let's go ahead and get down and find out what's happening with our coal coke, because I mean that's a lot of coal coke. That's a lot of coal coke. I don't really want to waste all that coal coke. Let's go find out what happened to it. So it would go down our pipe, and it would eventually land down here. Once it gets down to here, it would get down this pipe. Let's see, because that's probably not the last time that's going to happen. So, let's see what happens to it. It would go down into this chest, and I guess it would just stay there. Is this turtle actually running? Yes, it is. And, oh, so it jammed up the turtle, is what it did. It looks like, because it just has coal coke in its inventory slot, and it's not doing anything about it. So, let's go ahead and grab that out of there. Grab that out of there. Now, we are back successfully operating the situation as the situation should be unfolded, I guess is another fancy word you could say. So, let's go back upstairs and get this taken care of. So, we've got lots of iron. We just need the power to run the thing to get the iron smelted, and not smelted, but get, so we're trying to, so if you guys haven't seen the previous episodes, then the iron, when we put iron ore into a chemical decomposer, then and we're still doing the netherrack, that's okay. So it basically triples the iron. There's some math behind that and stuff like that. It produces some of these kinds of iron, and what's the number? The number is actually 48 iron. It takes 16 iron, I don't know if you call that test tubes. I think you call it test tubes. But it takes 16 iron test tubes to make 1 iron ingot, but 1 ore makes 48, so you're tripling your iron. So it's really great. And then we can stick it in here and find out how to make the iron ingot, actually. Okay, so it's just 16 all in one slot. So the easiest way to do that would be like this. Nope, that's the wrong button. Let's try that again. Let's try right-clicking. Nope, that's not it. Let's try left-clicking. There we go. So now we've got the iron can be made. Let's stick all of the iron into there. And we should see iron coming out the end. Nice! Okay. And, oh, it would help if we turn the engine on. There we go. And let's disconnect our quarry for now. Just so that all the power can go to these machines. And let's see. Let's get this thing running again. Oh, so our turtle is taking it out faster than the machine can get it. So that's a thing. That could be quite a problem. Let's go ahead and take this turtle, turn it off. Turn it off. There we go. Now let's put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Okay. So now we're good to go. So now we got all our engines running, we got all our iron happening, and I think we have enough iron to get started. So let's go ahead and get started and check on... Wow, it's making this iron really fast. So nope, not the rolling machine. Let's do the regular crafting table. So over here, Minecam, we were making tungsten plating. I think it said we need like 98 tungsten plating or something, if I remember that correctly. And as you can see, we currently have 32, so that's something to get started with. So let's go ahead and get down here. And you know what would be helpful as well would be to get the bed inside. But let's just go ahead and use it outside again. It's actually really nice outside. It's very, very nice, clear skies, sunset, all that kind of stuff. Here we go. So here's our fancy piston door, or our simple piston. Ow! I'm okay. We're currently inside the piston door, so not exactly sure how that happened, and not exactly sure how to get out either. So, okay, well, let's see. We're currently in a sticky situation, stuck with all these sticky pistons. Let's go ahead and break some sticky pistons and break some stone. Here we go. So now let's go ahead and stick the sticky piston back. And that was amazing. Let's go ahead and try sticking the stone back down there and get through successfully. There we go. There we go. So now you can hear the blueprint projector. You can hear the blueprint projector running. It's upstairs here, and we've got currently our blueprint. So basically what we do is, I don't think we can stick the tungsten plating in here. No. So what you do is you take the tungsten plating and you go and fill in the spots. And so it basically fills it in. You can see they go solid because you're filling it with block, basically. And then what happens, hopefully we'll have enough to do this. Then what happens is you get to the end, and then as soon as you place the last block, then it shows you the next layer of the structure that you're making, which is really nice. So then you just keep placing blocks, and you keep placing blocks like that until the structure is done. And as you can see, the structure is not done, and we're out of blocks. So let's go check on our situation up there, up here, this way. And eventually we need to get this set up with stairs, because that would be a lot faster. But in any case, we're currently... are we out of iron? I think we're out of iron. I think we're out of iron. Iron test tubes. Oh. We're also out of space over here. Let's just do a temporary solution. Set up a chest over here. Grab a whole bunch of random things out of here. And I think we can fit even more of those in this chest over here. So let's go ahead and do that. And then I think we are going to call it a day. So let's just see where we're at. See if we can add any extra couple of blocks to the thing there over there, the Minecam machine. And then I guess we'll call it a day. So let's see. We got some plenty of iron coming. Some plenty of iron. Is that a English thing? Is that a good English? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Let's see. There we go. We got this. Let's stick the rest of this back in here. And okay. Did we stick any iron in here? Iron. Yep, we got some iron in there. Let's grab all the iron that we can get. And we're also, you might have noticed, we're also out of, so let's stick this in here. We're also out of the other stuff, like tungsten and beryllium and stuff. So let's go ahead and tungsten is not there. Beryllium is not there either. So I think I'm going to need to run a whole lot more cobble through the system before we can finish the project. But in any case, we did some good work today. We got the lag fixed a little bit. It seems to be running a lot better, unless I just wasn't paying attention. But we'll have to see. I'm gonna watch the recording back and see if it actually was running well. But anyways, it seemed to be running well. So we got the Java garbage collector taken care of. We got the memory taken care of, which is the same thing. We've got our machine started, our fission reactor, and we're good to go. And I love the sound of this blueprint projector. It's really, really nice. And I'm also really glad that we ended up deciding not to do every 5 blocks for a floor, but to do every 10 blocks, because that's going to be very good. And as you can see, this is the smaller of the machines. I think it's like a cube, basically, if I remember correctly. It's roughly a cube. It's actually in the intro clip for the video here. So if you want to go like look at what the final product is, it's actually in the intro clip. But in any case, so this is going to be a cube, so it's going to be roughly that size squared. It's going to stop right where this blueprint projector is. Then we've got to make the blueprint for the next thing and set it up down here, and it's going to be very, very big. It's kind of hard to measure because you've probably seen it if you've seen the intro clip, which at this point in the video you've probably seen the intro clip. But if you've seen the intro clip, then you can see it's quite big. But it's very hard to tell for me like how big it is compared to when it's inside the room, because you know, size, perspective, and stuff looks different inside and outside. But anyways, let's hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let's go stand in here. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and next time we're gonna be, I don't know what we're gonna be doing next time. Hopefully we're gonna be continuing on this, but that all depends on if I remember to get some more cobble running through the machine over there, and get some more of those tungsten and beryllium materials like we were doing before. But in any case, yeah. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, and see you later. Bye bye.